India and the United States of America remain engaged on the proposed bilateral trade agreement. A Commerce Ministry official has said both sides are completely committed to moving ahead with the trade deal. The official has added discussions between India and the US are continuing, signaling negotiations remain active. Atul Ranjan joins us for more on this story. Atul, what is the latest that the Commerce Ministry of India has said on the India-US trade agreement?
Well, once again, the ministry has reaffirmed that they are committed regarding striking a trade deal with the U.S., which has been in the works for several months now after a larger framework was agreed in the month of February. Since then, we have seen several rounds of negotiations have been continued. We have seen Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal visiting U.S. We have seen trade representatives, a team of U.S. trade representatives visiting India. Negotiations have been, ongoing. However, the final, agreement is something which is yet pending, and what we're given to understand is that it is largely because of the two factors. India is obviously quite worried about some of the, tariffs that have been imposed over some of the key sectors. In fact, the labor-intensive sectors like gems, jewelry, leather, all of those have been affected. India wants some, relief on that front, as well as, some of the key sectors like agriculture and as well as dairy is something which it wants to secure, while having, duties imposed on Indian exports at the same level, at par with some of its competitors in the South Asian neighborhoods. All of that has been a sticking point with the whole negotiations, and we have heard several times that, that while the negotiations have, progressed quite further, agreement has been, reached on 99% of the, aspects, but 1% is something, the last 1%, in fact, is something which is a sticking point. And that is where negotiations have not been able to really, achieve a breakthrough on that front. But obviously, as the ministry reiterated that negotiations are on, and they're quite hopeful that a deal should be able to, the country should be able to strike a deal within 3 to 4 months going forward.
All right, I appreciate you joining us with those updates, Atul. Let's slip into a short break on that note.